Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Jeremiah.
And we are back for yet another fun fucking week of fun fucking news and so much fun fucking.
We don't have much fucking news this week, but we have fun news. And because that's what we are. We're a news show. News that slips through the cracks. Stories, cover them, makes new content. Ours, but you can have it. Did I do good, Scott?
Oh my God.
In a nutshell?
I just watched that happen. It's like
It's
it's
a
like
train wreck.
asking if you could eat that pudding and someone just in slow-mo throws it at a wall.
So usually Scott...
So it's still mine, right? Like, I just have to be the person who's willing to lick it off the wallpaper.
Scott is the one that usually does the intro of what this show is all about, so maybe you'll better explain it than I did.
Well, Jared's not entirely wrong. We are a news podcast, and what we do is we take the weirdest, strangest, most unreported news stories from the internet, and we like to twist them into new content, meaning if there's a great story about a Florida man throwing an alligator through a drive-through Wendy's, we theorize whether that could be a TV show
Real
idea,
story.
a movie idea, maybe a rap song. We don't know until we do the stories. This is not written. This is not scripted. We just take these stories, we report on them, and then off the cuff, we try to make new content. Our only disclaimer on this show is, if you like that content, feel free to use it, but please, if it's a movie, just tag our name in the end credits. We just want some little bit of credibility.
We just want to be liked.
And
let people know me.
And also, if you decide to use it and say it's a hit, more power to you. Once again, want that name in there. But once in a while, we will also give our own disclaimer where we say, oh, that's a really good idea. That's ours. That's ours.
We'd prefer it if you didn't take it. Granted, you could still make it, and then we'd have to go to court, and it'd be this
we'd
real
probably
messy battle.
probably win because these episodes are time stamped. And if your idea came after ours and it's too close, we're gonna sue your ass.
We're gonna sue you. Well, I know a lawyer once.
Yeah, we're basically like the crows that hang outside of a patent office, just waiting for someone to mispatent or to patent rob.
Well, I think the other
Patent
way.
crows.
I think it'd be the other way around. It'd be like if the crow created something, then somebody stole it, went to the patent office, and the crows are like, "Oh, we're gonna get that back." That's what we're like. So we're like really inventive crows that got ripped off. If that happens, everybody knows a crow like that. Yeah,
Everyone knows a crow like that.
Yeah. See, content's
Crow
already
like that. Everyone knows a crow like that.
got a hole like that.
Crow like that. Hole like that. Got a hole in your crow. Got a crow in your hole.
Okay.
Wow, I think there's a definite Pornhub search history there that someone could dive down. Crow in your hole. Hole in your crow. Do those as Pornhub searches tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hub search right now.
Oh, you're doing it right now. Jared's going to look and see if it brings up anything.
Say crow.
What does crow bring up?
Let's see. Let's find out what crow.
Give me the titles of the first 3 Pornhub videos you find by searching crow.
Madison Ivy gets her dripping wet pussy pounded by her masseur's huge cock.
That has no crow in the name.
Undertale. Undie. Defeated by White Crow. NSFM music looped furry. It's like an animated thing.
Oh, there's a lot going on there. So it's a crow furry, like a
it looks like it's made by White Crow.
Wait. Okay, Jer, new content right off the bat right here. We know what furries are. We report them on the show a lot. We love how hilariously weird they are. We don't hate on them.
No.
We just know they can be weird.
I think all right. Power to them.
So if you're a crow furry, you can't be a furry. So is that featheries? Can we have a whole new subgenre of featheries? Just people dressed as birds having sex? Like some guy just like dipping his dick into a woman's asshole and going, "Caw!" every time he dips.
I want to suck your cock!
Yes, exactly.
C-A-W-W-K?
She's got what were they? We were just talking about them earlier. The plague doctor mask.
Yes, yeah. Nice.
She's got a plague doctor mask on. You have a full crow suit with feathers. You're like, I'm gonna cock it in your ass. And then she is like, I don't want your cock.
Yeah, pretty much just various versions of cock in there. I did come across cop masturbating in a crowed beach, but they just misspelled crowded. But I do want to.
I fucking love that.
But I'm very curious about this one, and I'm just gonna bring it up real quick.
Yeah, no, do it real slow and sexy.
This other one is
Bringing up slow and sexy.
Crow Job in Space, January 2020 from FurTube. And so far, I'm watching what looks like a dog getting blown by another dog and a crow standing in front of a hospital door.
I see that.
Confused, and I believe it's what they call a crow job. Oh, looks like there's some sexy time going on. Now a crow is fucking another crow, and a crow was also blowing that crow.
Well, I believe this is more disinformation from China about the current outbreak of the new virus.
Could I just say I want to put my
China's just pumping out crow on crow animated porn to distract people. They're like, "Well, I'm stuck in my house because there's this virus that'll kill me outside." Well, China says watch crow porn, and then suddenly you have more crow porn than you ever wanted.
Okay, can I just say I am very excited about finding out Crow Job, because Crow Job in Space is apparently has a whole series in here, and there's one here where there's a fucking reindeer, fucking looks like a crow or a bird of some kind. Crow Job in Space. Look it up on Pornhub, possibly elsewhere from FurTube. I am so far very excited about this, and we don't even have to create new content. This is a new content. Sometimes we discover new content.
I was going to say, what a titillating little episode we're dropping into your ear holes.
I think calling it Crow Job is not a bad name for the episode.
I'm going to try that with the wife tonight. I'm going to go home and be like, "Hey, wife, want to do me a crow job? I think there's a seed bell outside we could use as an anal plug."
Yeah, just fucking just cover me with suet or whatever the hell. Just peck at me. That's good. Yeah.
Just gonna rub my body down with suet and shove a seed bell up your ass. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of explanations at the ER later tonight.
Yeah. Sex ? Brought me to the ER.
So what happened tonight? Well, we both would like to see a doctor. Why? We really don't want to explain in front of this room full of people.
Yeah.
Why? Because God damn it, we created new genres of Pornhub.
Yep.
Can we just say that we're kind of internet famous?
Yeah.
We don't want to pat our backs because maybe the seed bell will fall out of our gaping assholes.
It's Seed Bell and the asshole lady. She's already fucking viral. Yep. And you're just covered in suet, getting picked on. You could also make a joke about your pecker. Yep. You know that?
Oh, yeah. And 10 years later, when trying to reclaim the fame, my wife is doing the seed bell thing.
Where are they now?
but with the squirrel spinner sticking out of the asshole as well. So it's like, yeah, the squirrels want my asshole. I'm seed bell in the asshole girl from 10 years ago.
Yeah, remember me?
Now we're doing squirrel stuff. Oh, look at him go. Oh, that's spinning. Every time it spins, it makes me come. Oh.
Where are they now? Pornography edition.
Oh, damn, global warming. These squirrels keep getting fatter. Keeps pulling out my seed bell butt plug.
Well, how does...
They jump on the spinner, and their obese weight pulls the entire bill out of my colon.
This might not be the best but how does climate change affect the weight of squirrels?
Because the warmer it gets, the fatter they get, because they have more time to hoard food.
Oh, they
are very limited by a timetable.
It's almost like you've been thinking about this.
Oh, you and I both follow the same subreddit.
I've seen your Squirrel Manifesto.
Well, no, we follow, what is it, Fat Fucking Squirrels on Reddit?
Fat Fucking Squirrels, yeah. Or Fat Shaming Squirrels.
Yeah, Fat Shaming Squirrels on Reddit. It's a great subreddit. Like, I go there and every once in a while I'll be like, yep. There'll be like a fat squirrel on the porch and be like, this fat cunt ate all the nuts in the yard.
It's one of those you just, I go once every, couple months when I remember
same.
it exists, and then you scroll through all of them, what you missed, and you're it's the same joke over and over again, but it's a great joke.
But it's the best joke.
You and I have sat on my porch just fat shaming that one squirrel.
Chonkers.
Who just sits up there. He's a fat fucking squirrel.
He fell out of a branch that broke under his weight one day when we were sitting out there.
And he was just
we were literally drinking tequila on your porch, and all of a sudden we heard a branch break, and we saw him fall.
Chonkers! He was okay. Anyway, so...
That's like Titanic all over again. He thought that branch could hold the weight of 2. He was the weight of 3.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
Oh, do you watch that show Schooled? The offshoot of Goldberg's?
No.
You probably should. I got my wife into it who doesn't like Goldberg's.
I've only seen a little bit of Goldberg's, which I liked.
I do like
initially.
Goldberg's, yeah.
But also I know it's been going for a long time.
It's well worth a deep dive.
Now the kids got gray hair now or whatever.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But I love Jeff Garland, and I love the whole.
Garland's the best part of that show.
And the mother from
the,
Reno 911 is fucking awesome.
The spinoff that's about the 90s Schooled, I got my wife into lightly because she's more of a 90s child and I'm more of an 80s child since we have an age gap.
Yep.
And
we're 80s, and then we were 90s teenagers.
Yeah,
which is different than being an 80s kid. Where like
I remember all the 80s
Goonies
stuff.
and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
was
I
our
remember
jam.
all of it, watched all of it, but
Yeah.
I wasn't cognizant enough to appreciate all the nuances.
Exactly, but
I
then
think
the
for
90s,
you and I, the
we were
90s,
90s
we were into
teenagers,
it.
so we were like, yeah, give me grunge and Twin Peaks, which I mean, we're both pretty good.
No, I've actually got my wife into school because of the 90s culture stuff, like the boy band episode, the Tamagotchi episode, the Pokemon episode. Like, you name a 90s thing.
Okay, so
they've
it's
done
even
an
like
episode
mid
about
to
it.
late 90s are in there. Like,
Oh,
that
they
stuff.
do all of it.
No,
the
I mean,
whole
it's sort of like the
decade.
Goldbergs, where they just mash all the 80s together, and they're like,
Yep,
you wouldn't-
same thing.
It, like, don't worry about the
This
timeline.
is- this is
Ghostbusters
this is-
in this reality. Ghostbusters came out at the same time.
It's Star
as-
Wars.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Empire
matter.
Strikes
They're
Back.
just like the general feeling of nostalgia.
Yeah,
that
same
they're
thing. When
trying to
they're
do.
every school
So you
opens,
can
they're
have-
like, it's January 1st, 1990 something.
Yeah.
And someone will have a Nirvana t-shirt on while also
Yeah,
talking
but-
about another thing that happened nowhere near it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess technically now everybody still has Nirvana.
No, I
to
guess
talk about.
that's my recommendation for this week for a thing we don't have a segment for at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah, called Scott's recommendation, the Scott's Mendation. Because
No, if you like the 90s and you actually like witty comedy, because it's fucking Tim Meadows and a lot of other great comedians. Like, the show's stacked.
something that you probably have to explain to people who aren't aware of like the 90s,
Mad
or
TV.
early 2000s, probably.
Yeah.
Up
If
to
you
that.
don't remember Mad TV
Yeah.
from
Well, he
the
was-
90s,
he was
then
a-
you
he was
will
a-
remember this co-star of this 90s-based show.
he was
in
an
it.
he was an SNL guy.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
it has the
Yeah.
the coach.
The
coach in school is the same coach as Goldberg's, and he was from Mad TV.
Okay, was he like the UPS guy or whatever? in Mad
Yes.
TV? That guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
And he's just as funny now. He's older, but he's just as
yeah.
funny.
Old people can still be funny. Yeah, look at when old people fall down. It's fucking hilarious. And they're like, "Oh, did you break a hip, oldie?" And I just go laugh at them, and they point and laugh. And
I was gonna say, I think that's funny in public, but not on video.
you don't just go to,
no.
to bestgore.com and watch like
No,
old people
no,
falling.
on
and-
video. That's someone trying to get famous for them falling. I like watching them fall and being a first responder.
My first responder response is hilarious. Hey, oh my god, I was a 9/11 first responder. The plane went into the building.
First response. First response.
First response first. You know, people in like comment sections who comment is first. Like,
Dude,
was you.
that could be like a the state kind of like skit.
yeah. It's
Or
not-
Human Giant or something like that.
oh yeah, God, that was good, man.
Human Giant and the State were great.
Yep. I've been going back and watching a lot of Children's Hospital after Medical Police.
I listened to that podcast I talked to you about earlier in the show that can't be gotten on Spotify, the Ralph Report.
Yeah.
They started using the Tom Marino. You remember him
Ken-
from
Ken Marino, yeah.
Ken Marino.
Right.
Sorry, from Children's Hospital and Red Hot American
Oh yeah,
Summer.
of course, yeah.
Wet Hot American
and
Summer.
just, yeah, and
A ton of other great
Party
stuff.
Down was another one.
Yeah. They keep using an audio sample of his from one of all of those properties, and I'm not sure which one it's from, but they just keep using it over and over as like a soundboard key, and I'm in love with it. He just goes, "I'm gonna dip my balls in that."
Oh yeah, no, that was the
What
from
was
the
that
state.
from?
That was from the state.
That was
Yeah,
from the state,
yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna dip my balls in
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, dude. That was my favorite like skit.
Yeah.
Through high school, I was just saying that
Ralph
all the
now
time.
uses that as an audio sample
Dude,
all the fucking time.
Me and Emerson, we should just like go.
I'm gonna
nuts
dip
on
my
that.
balls
I'm gonna
in
dip
that.
my balls in that. Those
Yeah,
statements
Ken
so
Marino is
amazing.
so good.
Like
Oh,
every-
have
everybody
you
from the
watched
state,
Have you watched
everybody's
Medical
from-
Police?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why
And
I
Ken
went back.
Marino, and that was great.
That's why I've gone back and started picking up the seasons of Children's Hospital and rewatching those, which are just some of the best.
Hey.
As much as I love Medical Police, like Children's Hospital is just like the best of the best.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Medical
We have not
Police-
talked about anything on the show yet, folks. Don't worry. The
We
news
just-
is coming.
No, we
The
just
news
might
is coming.
hang out. This might be us just chilling
This-
for an hour.
The origin of this, almost 300 episodes ago
Hey,
now,
you know what?
was
This is a
you
good-
and I just
yeah.
wanting to hang out and giving ourselves an excuse. So every once in a while, we'll get one of these, and yeah, our close listeners might appreciate it. People tuning in for the first time, looking for that weird news. Well, you know what? We're just going to talk about TV shows,
And
we
we'll
like.
get there.
We will
get
get
there.
there. We will get there. Yeah.
Oh, so my thought about Medical Police was when Ken Marino was running that retirement home.
Yeah.
And he keeps talking about orgies and scrapbooking, but you could almost not tell which means which.
yeah.
I was just waiting for him to say like lemon party or some other like old gross person
Yep.
term. And I don't know why, but I was disappointed that they didn't go there. Like, he literally could have been like, "You guys here for the lemon party?" And then he could just turn around with a bowl full of lemons.
Yeah.
And be like, It's a party.
It's that
and we
sense.
have lemons.
It's that sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that low hanging fruit.
Because it's still like David Wayne centric stuff. Like I think David Wayne is still like direct.
Also, the Ken Marino scenes where they're trying to 3D print that guy's face to unlock an iPhone, but he's just sleeping in the chair. You can just walk over.
I know. Yeah, just put it in his face.
You can just unlock it by walking over to a sleeping person and using their sleeping.
So yeah,
face.
I guess my recommendation for TV shows in this new Scotsmendation episode, now for the Jeremendation, is Medical Police and Children's Hospital adjacent, which is Medical Police. Children's Hospital is also great. That's the precursor.
And then if you really want to go further back, The State and Wet Hot American Summer,
and
plus
even then,
all,
and then if you
plus
even want to
all
go
the seasons,
and then you want to go
of Wet Hot
sideways.
American Summer on Netflix also.
Yeah, because those are the first day of camp and the 10 years later.
It's all the same humor. It's practically all the same writers.
Yeah, and
if you enjoy it, just do it.
And then of course you can go to say like Stella, which is like the Michael Ian Black, Michael Showalter, David Wayne one.
Hey, Jared,
how about Wayne Days?
Jared, I don't wanna
Super Jail, which is David Wayne on Adult Swim.
Jared, I don't want to be rude, but do you want to get into the show?
Yeah, so sometimes we do a part of the show that it was actually brought to us.
That was me being an asshole. I want to ding on the clock here. Ding. That was me being an asshole.
Oh, we got the asshole ding. So sometimes
we should get a real bell, like a school bell, like not a school bell, but like a bank bell, like the one you put on the counter,
the one that just annoys people.
The get service bell.
Yeah, the get service bell.
We could have one of those. It would ring true through these mics.
It would, yeah. It would have to be in the center of the table so nobody can hog it.
Oh, and we need a reason to use it. But we could figure that out in future episodes.
Exactly,
so.
We'll figure that out. But right now we're going to go into a recurring segment. We've missed a couple here and there. But one of our listeners actually brought to our attention that, or rather brought this idea up to us that we really liked called State of Horror, where we
Tin
Yes,
brought that up.
Exactly.
Tin would like to be referred to as Tin, as I think I told you off air.
Perfect, yes. So that is good. So Tin
Tin can play some sick guitar, by the way. After 6 months of learning, he did the Pulp Fiction
song. I remember you mentioning that Tin
I watched his video of him doing that
recently.
Oh, no, he borderline nailed it.
Practice is what you like. It's crazy how good you can get after especially just like a year, let alone years. But
Tin did
a
the
lot of people are like,
entire-
it's going to take forever for me to learn this. You know what? You can get good enough to feel good about yourself in just a few months, to where you're like, I can maybe join a band now. I was playing drums for 6 months, and I was in 3 bands.
Nice. No, Tin played the entire Pulp Fiction surf rock song with his prolapsed urethra.
Wow, that is amazing.
He was banging it like it was a bass.
Yeah, he goes by Inside Out Dick Dale. Dick Dale's a famous surf guitarist.
I was trying to think of something that expels his internal organs. The only thing I could come up with was a sea sponge and Tin's dick.
Dan, we love you and thank you for coming up with State of Horror, which is the segment we're going to get into, which is where we take a state and we talk about something horror related, whether it's not like horror movies, but some element, whether it be, say, folklore. In this case,
but it has to deal with the state that we haven't already talked about.
Yes.
Are we keeping a list of the states we've talked about?
I finally created a list just 2 weeks ago, and I went through our old notes and I crossed off the ones. I will share the list with you so we know. I chose Idaho because I was like, you know what? I don't know if I know any killers or folklore from Idaho. I went with killer because I had heard of this killer and didn't realize they were from Idaho.
It's where Mormons go to escape.
It is, yeah.
Serial killer birthing grounds.
Yes. This is Lida Southard, also known as Lady Bluebeard, who is often considered Idaho's and the country's first female serial killer. She was convicted of poisoning her spouses, a very popular way of killing in the female community, if you will. I don't know if they have communities.
A female community? You mean Tumblr?
Yeah. Anyway,
didn't want to explain it. You were fine with my joke.
Poisoning her spouses, a brother-in-law, and even her own daughter as a means of collecting insurance money. That was also a popular thing. If you recall the story of H.H. Holmes back in the day, where it was easier to do that, you'd be like, "Yeah, I got this paper from my friend. It's their insurance claim. They just wanted me to pick it up for them." And they're like, "Okay." Anyway, in the early 1900s, Lida's multiple marriages.
And you literally hand them a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah, it just says insurance, please.
No, nothing.
Oh, that's not blank, is it?
They hear the words, they take the paper, and they accept you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, at that point, Your Honor, I know I've been accused of killing 9 people.
But come on.
Through a shady insurance kind of thing. It's kind of on them.
Yeah. Come on.
Like, I hate to say it, not that I'd never be a murderer, but if I was in court for that, I would literally use that as my defense. Like, it's kind of on them. Yeah. They could have at any point read the document, and when the judge is like,
or maybe done like the slightest bit of background, like maybe trying to make one phone call. Although it's early 1900s.
Maybe I live alone and didn't call an insurance adjuster.
Yeah.
So why is one showing up? Also, why did he hand me a blank piece of paper? Also, why am I so allowing of this? Also,
why is he carrying a severed head into the bank with him? Yeah. Like, this is Mr. So-and-so, like using it like a puppet. Like, ventriloquist puppet. I would love to give my money over to this guy. Whoa.
And he keeps going, I bought this hammer brand new yesterday, and it looks like there's a few nicks on the end. Can you look really close?
Yeah. I don't see anything. A little closer. I don't know why you need to get that close to smash him with a hammer, but... yes,
boop, boop. It's just boop.
Yeah, it's the
fourth hammer boop, death in a week.
Yeah. The hammer boop killer.
We've got some really weak people. Maybe we should put calcium back in the water like they said we shouldn't.
Yeah. I think the government. That's how the Illuminati was born. Lizard people. Everybody, look it up. Early 1900s, Lida's multiple marriages kept ending in the death of her husbands. Oopsie. But back in the early 1900s, they just die of plow fever and move along, right?
I keep miscarrying my husbands.
Yeah. You know, what's a mother to do these days? It's
when
early
you're
1900s
plowing the field
all.
and working your uterus past its proper intent, you're going to lose a husband or two through to... vaginal tearing and such words, blood, period, time of the month, as the judge is like, puts his fingers in his ears, I don't hear women problems, and then in the middle of this, she's like, I killed my husband, but he's going, the whole time.
Well, considering you didn't actually tell me you killed your husband, and I assumed at some point, based on your lip reading, you said, I spilled my bus pan.
No.
And, no, okay.
One girl in the pews yells out, I heard her say she killed her husband.
I'm pretty sure she said I spilled my bus pan.
And you back in the back row, I'm so glad you went to the furthest pew in the rows because your monthly menstruation... We didn't bring Gallagher-type tarps for the front row, and this is 1600, and we know the women are just...
Well, it's early 1900s, but also my...
Same diff.
It's olden days.
Yeah, we don't want a Gallagher situation with your cooch and your inability to have had conceived last month. Have you even tried with your Mormon husband?
As an olden days man who has no idea what women's anatomy is like because the internet isn't here yet, I'm going to go ahead and say, by the way, I'm pretty sure I heard you say the words, I killed my husband, so you're guilty of her crimes. This is the 1900s, the olden days. It works that way. Case dismissed. Gavel down. Smackety smack. Don't come back.
Do you think a 1900s Mormon husband ever took the hole in the sheet idea a little too far and literally hand sewed in a goat skin condom onto the hole? So he's like, well, like fucking this young 15-year-old country girl because you can get married at any age as long as you're married.
They were fucking 10-year-olds
back then. But at the same time, he's like, I also don't want kids. And he like literally stitches
and he winks
in a condom. So he's like, well, I'm going to put the sheet on first because of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And he's working his way into that lambskin.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he turns around. He's like, now it's your turn for the sheet with the hole in it because that's how sexy those people are.
Exactly. And, of course, a lot of 15-year-olds were dying of goat pussy disease back in those days. Nobody could figure out why.
We're gonna get into the new version of goat pussy disease soon with the coronavirus, but let's finish out the story. First.
So anyway, a few nuptials, a bunch of funerals later, Lida returned to Idaho and remarried in Pocatello. After Souther's crimes caught up with her, she was imprisoned in the old Idaho State Penitentiary, from which she later escaped, was caught, and returned the following year. She's buried in Twin Falls. So, Idaho, Twin Falls... We see you. We appreciate your murderer. The first female serial killer.
You're a murderer.
Yes, exactly. See? You're not just potatoes. You're not just potatoes anymore, Idaho. You're also this murderer.
All right. Well, we're about time to move into our actual stories, and it's time for web dropping. 2.0. All right, Jerry, you brought the first story to the table, which is incumbent.
Yes, in cucumbers. in cucumber mayor. I'm not getting a cucumber.
No, incumbent Mayor Lincoln the Goat, and that is a true statement. Lincoln the Goat,
is a mayor,
gets challenged for from Sammy, the police dog, in a Vermont mayoral race.
Yeah, so we're keeping it local these first couple stories. We are from Vermont here. And there are plenty of stories about animal mayors we've covered before. We even made a Duke the Dog attack ad. Rest in peace, Duke the Dog. He's passed on. But this is happening in Fairhaven, Vermont. Now, Lincoln the Goat won the position of pet mayor back last time they voted for it. I don't know.
We need to be clear. Not actual mayor.
I don't. My thought is
Vermont may be considered rural, but we just don't really not.
Yeah, and I'm getting like a lot of places like small towns don't really have mayors, around here. It's like there's not a there are mayors of some like large city, but like there's not like a mayor of Corinth.
Wait, you could be the mayor of Corinth.
EWE?
No, we get everyone to write you in.
Oh,
as
me,
mayor of Corinth,
the pet mayor.
Yes, we will write you in as
what kind of pet am I?
What are you? The human pet mayor.
The human what? The human
mayor.
The human EWE. I'm still stuck on that. I think that's
hilarious. We can do this. We can do this. We know enough people. We could make you pet mayor of Corinth.
Of Corinth. I think you just go to the city council or this town hall is what it is. You talk to the 3 people that live there because they're all trolls, and you go,
I've never seen you here down before, not outside the molasses sale of 2016 or the big church sale of all those little plates that Abigath had. No, it was Abigath.
Abigath is a great old timey name.
No butter plates. And,
that's a great name. I love that. I love Abigath.
She died poor, but we have her plates.
Yeah.
She didn't bequeath them to anyone, so we have these original Abigath plates.
Yeah, they're running for mayor, so you got a stiff competition.
Jeremiah Johnson, the human, is running against Abigath's nice Chinaware
for pet mayor of Corinth. Now, if this is confusing all of you, it makes sense. But I am severely senile and have no idea what is going on.
I want to be in the audience. I want to be in the audience for the what do you call it where they all talk and they fight?
Wait, what?
When politicians do that to become president.
You mean like there's like debates?
Debates.
Was it caucus?
No,
I was thinking way more complicated.
Fight.
I'm like, he could be going. I know what it's like to not remember a simple word.
I want Jared, the pet human of Corinth, to go against
China?
and debate a stack of Abigath's China.
That's the new content already for this. Is my debate of China, and somehow I lose.
The audience, they're like, "Hey, China, how about you say something? What? Not for gay rights? China, you have the podium." And it's just silence.
Yeah.
But then we get one of those rare, like, 2.1 earthquakes in Vermont, and the China, like, clinks.
It clinks.
And like, oh, wait, the China has the floor. The China has the floor.
Yeah, and then I just open my mouth.
A deer's head falls off the wall, kills the one person in attendance.
And I'm just like,
kills the moderator.
First word out of my mouth, just like the N-word, so I just immediately just go... Like, oh shit, I didn't think I could lose to China.
The plates clinking from a 2.1 Vermont earthquake literally beats your just shooting out the N-word.
Because they shoot out the N-word and say, don't trust the Chinese! And then I just get pulled off the stage.
Yep. And then in a tragic tractor parade where they're bringing a new mayor through town, like they hit the one pothole in town and all the China shatters.
Yes. Oh no! He's been
mayor
shot!
down! Mayor down!
It's Secret Service, because there's Secret Service for the pet mayor.
They Humpty Dumpty that shit.
Yeah.
They start super gluing it. They look for like felons.
Yes, back and to the left, back and to the left. You see, and there's just like the weird little earpiece of China just goes shattering off.
In the end, they super glue one piece of China together out of 9 pieces, but it's kind of a plate, but with lots of sharp edges and ridges.
Yep.
And then they put it in front of a podium. It's like, I just want to die. I just want to die. I was 4 people, now I'm 1. I'm your mayor, I want to die.
Please kill me. I speak like robot for some reason.
Yes. It's China. Do we know how China speaks?
Oh,
no. That was low hanging fruit. I could have gone there.
I stopped myself at car.
I didn't even do it.
You wanted to. I could see you.
Nope.
You were drooling.
Nope. Never even thought about it.
You had a racist drool hanging from your. Oh yeah,
that's a fail on your end.
That is a fail. Okay, well, Lake of the Goat, I think has some stiff competition with Sammy the Canine because the canine officer, I feel like, is just going to have it. Like, what's that Nubian goat done for us? First of all, Nubian sounds a little foreign to me, and I don't think Fairhaven is going for it.
Doesn't Nubian mean young?
Yeah, but
or original,
but it's with the big N, so it's like this is like a
the big N.
It capitalized, so it's a proper noun. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I didn't say the N word. I said it with the little N.
Yeah. Not
big N doesn't change the context of a word.
First of all, the fact that it said big N makes it sound like 2 year. It's capital. Capital
I want
letter.
to see a rapper called Big N.
Yeah. No. So this is actually from Nubia, like Nubian, like with capital N, the place. Yes. The place.
My rapper name is Big N. Gonna fuck your wife, big hen. Gonna put an egg in a cloaca. Don't know what that is. Ask Wicked Waka. He's a rapper who's
Wiki
in
Waka?
my flocka. That's also another name.
Wiki Waka is a rapper that just reads off Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, he's naming rappers
Yeah.
he's heard about.
Yeah,
no,
that's
he has
right.
no he has no crew. He just names off rappers that rhyme when he's needing a rhyme.
Yeah.
It's like when he says the word orange at the end of a sentence and he has no rhyme for it. He needs to pick a rapper whose last name is Orange or something like adjacent. Orange adjacent.
Orange Adjacent. I love Orange Adjacent. That's like
That's my rapper name, Orange Adjacent.
I feel like that's a great Sunkist knockoff brand.
Instead of Sunny D or High C.
Yeah. Oh my God, your mom buys Orange Adjacent. I love that stuff. Your mom's the coolest.
I want a great value brand now that is everything. No, everything. Apple juice, apple adjacent. Everything. Oh no, and you go deep. You go like spam, but it's spam adjacent.
Spam adjacent.
And every
God,
package is a generic looking version of legit spam with their company logo like pixelated or blurred, and then your product just near it. That's the label.
Yeah.
Like an actual apple juice. That's like a Sunny D. Right? Okay, like go back to the orange juice, Sunny D, but you scramble Sunny D, everything you would identify except for the actual bottle, and then you just have yours and be like Orange Adjacent.
Yeah, I'm
and you sell it with like Daniel Craig as the spokesperson. He's like, can I get an orange juice? Oh, you don't want a martini? No. I'm not James Bond today. I'm actually a real human being with thoughts and feelings. Thanks, dick. And then when the bartender's like, so what do you want? I'm like, I want orange juice. Well, we have like 9 I just want Orange Adjacent.
Orange Adjacent.
And then they bring over Orange Adjacent.
Yeah, I'll take your well. Oh, it's Orange Adjacent. I actually wrote that as a possible fallback episode name. Also something to add to Empty Promises because I like the thought of anything Orange Adjacent.
Do you guys have hot wings at this bar? Well, we have hot wings adjacent.
How?
What are those? Well, you wouldn't believe how many other things technically have wings.
Some things have wings inside of them.
Just like how they would say, technically.
What is a wing?
We really want to think about it. Like, a bird skeleton and a cat skeleton share many similarities. I just want a cocktail.
All right, one kitten wing coming up. Okie dokie.
Yeah, if you think about it, the wing is just the forearm and the bicep of an animal adjacent to our culture.
You don't eat the wing part. You eat the pieces that connect the wing.
The wing part's kind of like
your leg.
It's kind of like your hand with all those fingies. You wouldn't eat fingies, would you? Are you a gross motherfucker that would eat fingies? Guess what we don't have our menu? Fingies.
Yeah.
We have chicken fingers.
Yep.
Those are fucking dope. You want
disgusting.
You want fingies? Ew. Go fucking concentrate your camp yourself.
Chicken fingies. Ugh.
Now, how about you just stop being a giant pussy and have some calamari adjacent?
God, I don't even want to know what that is.
Made from pussy.
Yeah. This one here came from a meteorite, and I think it's Lovecraftian by nature.
Do you know how many people die in prison every year? And do you know how flexible and elastic an asshole is?
You know that
we
when you
have calamari adjacent free farm.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? The farming thing where they always bragged about it. Is it open farm, free farm? What was the thing where they said like our chickens run around?
Free range?
Free range.
Yeah.
We have free range asshole.
Yeah.
It's calamari adjacent. Think about this. Lamar and Philip have been in jail for 20 years. Both wrongly convicted. Both their assholes have been stretched beyond repair. They just went to death row. What we're going to do is thinly slice those, and in a Guy Fieri kind of way, throw pepper at them for no reason. Then we're going to deep batter them, fry them, and you will eat the best calamari adjacent calamari you have ever had.
I like the thought of like now like a new death sentence be like force feeding, so you can have like foie gras humans and just be like, all right, instead of the electric chair, which only one state has now, or lethal injection, we're just gonna go ahead and force feed you with delicious
Dude,
stuff.
if I was on death row right now,
And take
I
your
would
liver.
ask for the weirdest shit. I'd be like, all right, what do you want? I'd be like, well, I want to eat Gwyneth Paltrow's twat candle.
Yeah,
But I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
And
But
I swear,
a corn on the cob.
You cannot put me to death till I finish my meal, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna take a hot minute to eat this hot
You
candle.
gotta finish that pussy candle yet?
Yeah.
Eat it like a corn on the cob.
I'd also like some of that cat food adjacent. It's a lot like cat food.
That's
but
actually filet mignon.
but served in a cat bowl.
Yeah, yeah. So it worked.
And I want to wear a collar while I eat it. I will say meow. And I need the bailiff to come in and change my box while I'm doing it because I can't eat with a dirty box.
Yeah, they're like, none of this is actually a law that we have to give you any of this, right? We just have to feed you like something that you want that we can actually get. So you want a lobster? We'll get you a fucking lobster.
Now there's this girl who cosplays as a hentai character I'm really into on TikTok. I'd like to nibble on her toes. Does that count as eating?
Is that a last meal technically?
I'd like to nibble on this 19-year-old on TikTok's toes because she gets me.
Yes. She probably will
Sir,
like
I think this is half the reason you're on death row. You thought a lot of girls got you.
Oh, yes. Oh, the old TikTok killer's not allowed to nibble on the old TikTok lady's toes now? Come on, what am I going to do? Kill her like I did all those other women from TikTok? No, this one's what I love.
By the way, since I sold my rights to the miniseries on my murder spree and my eventual death row run, could I pitch Lifetime Network for some titles of the inevitable documentary? Could I call it Nibbles, a story? TikTok, who would have thought?
Yeah.
She looks hot. That's a thought. I'm on death row. Not gonna need this cut.
I think you're getting closer to rapping than you are titles.
Yeah, well, I do have face tattoos now that I'm in prison. They're all henna. I guess the other prisoners don't take me as for real because of it.
That one's a My Little Pony. I know you asked for a teardrop.
It's a little My Little Pony henna. Yes, I do like Post Malone, and yes, if you hold me down, rape me in my ass as other prisoners do, and then piss in my face, all my tattoos do wash off with piss.
Of course, but I guess get one over again. I also notice every time that happens, a teardrop appears on the new My Little Pony that I get on the face. So.
And Lifetime, if you are listening, when you finish the documentary as I'm being raped and crying into a gutter and my Post Malone tattoos are washing away, I want you to focus in on that one My Little Pony as it skips and slides and rolls into the drain in circles and circles and
then
circles.
and then move the camera over as the henna, the brownish liquid goes down the drain, signifying the end of my life. So could you do that for me, Lifetime, please? No? Okay then. Guess I'm ready for the electric chair now.
We're afraid to make good content because Netflix is just going to buy it from us and get successful off it, like you.
Yeah.
You is the only good thing to come out of Lifetime, unless you really want to go there to watch, I don't know, women getting hit. That's all Lifetime is. It's just women getting hit.
Yeah, it's a lot of like the true crime stuff. Yeah, it's like the true crime stories of like either like a lot of times the women persevere. It's a lot of really depressing shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch it.
A lot of like it's way harder. Like I will watch every horror movie on the planet, but then that shit comes along. I'm like, oh, fucking men suck. I can't do this.
Yeah,
that's why I like
movie.
watching women who kill stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, see, they're fucking crazy too. They're poisoning. Doing it way more subtle ways because they're smarter. They're not like as fucking fired up. But then you watch like the more killings and all that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of people fucking crazy. Like look at Lady Bluebeard. Yeah, equality. Women can kill too.
Yes.
It's not all just men beating the shit out of people. It's mostly that, which is terrifying. Anyway, we're staying close to Vermont here.
We are. The next story is about a new bill.
You want to take this one? Because I think you've read this one, right?
I did, yeah. A new bill was being introduced into the state legislature for Vermont, which would allow a emoji to be placed on a license plate. Now, this isn't a new thing. Actually, not California, Australia
yes.
already passed this. I probably should have done a deeper dive.
What's that? Yep.
Since Australia already passed it, I'm curious to see what emojis are allowed in Australia.
Yeah,
because Vermont said they would only allow 6 emojis.
Up to 6 of them.
And
yeah.
So
no,
one emoji,
but out of 6.
Out of 6.
So in other words, no, you're not going to be able to have an eggplant fucking.
Well, but no,
little water drops.
They didn't tell you which 6 though in the bill.
But it's no, because it's a short form bill. It's a short form, which is pretty much saying a statement of intent.
Puking face, demon head, eggplant, squirting. You know what I mean by squirting, the 3 drops?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Like eggplant squirts, so you can only do one of those. You're like, that's not even worth it.
See, when
I can't do a dick squirting.
So when I read about this, I was hanging out with some friends and we were talking, and immediately I was like, I didn't read the whole story to see you could only have one emoji and it needs to be attached to numbers. But my first thought that I said to my friends was, great, you need to be that cop where it's like, oh, I've got the assailant, he's on Highway 89, he's going 89 miles per hour, license plate. Poop emoji, smiley emoji, eggplant, squirt.
Peaches. Yeah, I believe this is an emoji referring to squirting cum in someone's ass, but, I'm pretty much just going to explain it this way.
Officer Jenkins, we just pulled over your car. You can't. We are literally in pursuit right now. Oh, I'm sorry. He had eggplant squirt, Pete squirt. The emojis are confusing at a distance in low light. We totally thought it was squirt. We thought it was squirt peach. It was squirt Pete squirt. We're really sorry, sir, for pulling you over this afternoon. I don't know why I'm apologizing. There's actually a high-speed pursuit about 2 miles from here I should probably be dealing with.
But I'm glad I don't have to be dealing with that because I'm pulling you over. What I'm getting out of this, too, is that I wouldn't be surprised if the emoji has no bearing on the actual number, so I bet
it's like the wildlife plates. You know how there's like there's that shitty eagle on the left side that probably already died?
Nobody has to say like, oh, eagle F1772.
It's
like,
it'll be like
F1772 is
10911, and then on the left it'll be like poop emoji.
Yeah.
But I doubt even poop will be one of them.
It's going to be different faces.
Oh, wait, give me your top 3.
Top
3. I'm thinking smiley face.
There's going to be smiley face. There's going to be, I bet, sunglasses.
That's not bad. I was thinking
heart is going to be one. That's an emoji.
Heart will be one. I was thinking maybe car emoji.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot how many emojis that are not like just faces and stuff.
I would think maybe just car, but maybe not.
I would like a dog emoji. Like
let's think geek. Out of all the geek emojis that exist, can you think of one that would work? Like maybe robot face.
Yeah, but I don't think that'd be a popular enough one. I bet it's gonna be smiley face. It's gonna be the one. It's gonna be heart. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a dog cat kind of thing. Maybe like a thumbs up. Like some positive things. All positive bullshit.
Great. So I want like an FU as a license plate.
Yep.
And then just smiley face.
Smiley face, yeah. But the key is I'm sure like so
FU wouldn't go through, but you could put other things between it to make it go through.
EFF
F underscore U.
Yeah. EWE. EFF EWE.
EFF
EWE and then a smiley face.
Yeah, you can get around it.
Because that's sick. That's all 6 letters, not even a vanity.
Yeah, Australia already did this, in Vermont.
$340 American dollars in in Australia for you to do this. And my guess is once again it's just a vanity plate.
In Vermont, it'll probably be $90 to $80.
Yeah, and it's gonna just go toward the state. So you know what? Let it through. Let people put a stupid little thing on their license plate. It's not going to cause any. It's no public safety issues.
Nope.
And somebody wants it, just fucking let them pay a few extra bucks and put it on the plate.
It's literally just making revenue for the Vermont
without
Department.
raising taxes or anything like that, which is a huge issue in our state. We run into like budget problems now, and we're at like a economic boon in history. It's going to really suck when suddenly the things suck. Anyway, so that's the vanity plate.
Moving on.
Boom.
Coronavirus.
Yes. Okay. Now normally we do cover stories that slip through the cracks, but sometimes we have to cover one that is
big news.
Big news, but
this is the coronavirus. Jer. Is that a corona?
Like the beer virus?
Is that a corona in front of you?
Is it the corona beer virus?
Is that a fucking corona in front of you? Are you serious trying to get me sick?
No.
You're trying to get me sick.
I found out today by Googling corona beer virus that it has nothing to do with the beer.
And in a lot of states, people are Googling.
Yeah, that's
the
a joke. I knew it didn't
coronavirus.
have anything to do with the beer.
Oh, that I treated it as a segue.
I know, but I was really like, I know you know. I just don't want people out there thinking I'm that stupid. This was a segue, and I ruined it. I ruined the segue.
I love all the jokes,
segue.
and what I think is really funny is that people are latching onto the coronavirus in 2020 hard. The coronavirus is a group of viruses that, if looked at under a microscope, the virus itself has the shape of a crown. And that is why it's called corona, because corona in Latin means crown.
Yeah.
So what we're dealing with is a series of viruses that are flu-like but different and can pass between animals and humans. And the main difference between this and the influenza that we're all used to is the shape of the virus and its ability to latch onto the cells of both species. What I love is that I saw so many memes this week of like the corona meme where it goes, Corona willing to pay $150 million to change the name of the coronavirus to the Bud Light virus.
Nice.
I just love that shit. It's a great way to like kind of pick fun at this, but I don't know. I don't know when the show's going to drop, but I hope when it does, everyone's okay because the numbers are going through the roof and China's finally starting to stop lying about their fucking shitty numbers. And we knew they were, but when they finally gave their real numbers, damn, that was a jump.
Yep.
But it wasn't a jump. It was a exponential slow increase that we all could have predicted, seen, and dealt with and been instructed by. Instead, they were like, man, only 2,000 people have ever gotten it in our country of like 20 billion people. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we were wrong by the number. It's like 75,000 in one town.
Yeah, and
we won't tell you the other towns, but we're just going to say that we lied about it. And
the
we'll give you
WHO
one.
responded based on the numbers that were actually out there. So imagine if they had responded months ago or whatever it really started.
When it really started. It started in December.
When it really was that number, like there could have been multiple lives.
In December, it was probably around 2,500 cases. Now one province of China alone has 7,500.
Or 75,000.
75,000, sorry. And every other province is not reporting, so I can only imagine they're worse or better, or China just doesn't have the time or manpower to deal with this. So everyone stay safe.
Buy
a couple of jugs of water and some canned goods, just in case you can't go to the store for one day, because, we need to
shut
wait
the whole thing down.
Well, they already found a testing mechanism for this, so I'm not that worried. Next would be the cure.
Well, the thing about the WHO becoming involved is now all the best medical professionals in every country are now on this shit.
British House, German House, Chinese House, American House, Canadian House.
House.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about there, but looks like you're okay. Looks like you're okay.
Yeah, we'll fix it up for free though. That's right. Most countries will.
German House. Am I gonna live 9 more days? That's at the end. Until you are not communicable. Then you can walk around and sneeze on your friends and you will be fine.
9
Next nation,
days
when will I
of quarantine,
die?
then you'll be fine.
9 more days of
quarantine, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. He does it to everyone. Just everyone.
Oh no. Anyway, so the thing that people in the United States are doing, and I'm sure all over the place, but especially the United States,
ignoring most of the news.
They're googling the Google trend results for beer virus and corona beer virus.
I love beer virus.
Ridiculously up there because apparently people heard coronavirus and instead of thinking, oh, maybe the word corona
has another meaning.
Has another meaning. And
maybe the brand Corona picked the Latin word Corona to describe their Budweiser of Mexico to be the king of beers.
Hey, what do you know?
Jeez, it's like it all comes together.
Yes, but we're talking about a cross-section of not particularly well-educated Americans. Or not even, like, they might be well-educated, they're just... they just don't think things through. They're not critical thinkers. They're like, corona equals beer. Beer virus.
Hey, honey, think we're going to get that coronavirus? What do we have for beer in the fridge, honey? Coors and Miller Lite? Nah, we good. We don't have any of that Mexican shit.
Yeah. Build a wall. Even more important. Keep the beer out.
Build a wall around the virus.
Yeah, just build. I mean, if we'd built that wall, coronavirus wouldn't have jumped over from Mexico.
You know what's funny
where the
is
Chinese are from. Everybody knows.
I think the scariest part of all this is it is becoming a actual emergency.
Yeah, we were talking about more like a pandemic than an epidemic.
It's more of a pandemic now. And the scariest part is I watched the 30 minutes on YouTube of the White House.
Like a press junket?
Doing their press junket. What I feel the scariest about is Trump will tweet about anything at any hour of the day with no abandon. He hasn't said a fucking word about this. I'm guessing he doesn't think it exists, doesn't know it exists, doesn't know what it is. If he knows
what
it
it
exists.
is he can't capitalize on it. He can't make it about the Democrats or about himself, so he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if people are dying.
Trump has the best viruses. What about the coronavirus?
Mexico will pay for it. It's from Corona.
Oh, that's okay, that's kind of what I mean. That's what I'm seeing when I see this. Like, I'm waiting for him to do a faux pas or something. Be like, just maybe something inflammatory, like, need to close all Canadian borders. We need to keep the Mexicans out. Like
to be fair, there have been some orders about like travel bans and stuff like that. Granted, most of them have nothing to do with coronavirus. The ones that have been in the news lately, but so clearly the administration is aware of it and they're reacting. It's just the fact that he has not personally reacted because I don't think he's like, I can't capitalize on this because it's not like he can be like, if suddenly an American doctor came up with some kind of cure, he'd be able to be like, Americans are the best under my administration. This American doctor came up with it. If it wasn't for us making people allowing coal companies to pour shit into streams, we would never have had the regulations softened enough for this to happen.
Yep.
And it's because of me that people's lives are being saved. He'll tweet that, and we don't get political here very often, but this is barely political. We're just saying it's not a surprise.
A pandemic can be political, but also
oh no, if it can be politicized for somebody positively, they will do it. And I think the reason we haven't, by the way, haven't seen a lot of people running for president talking about this to any like significant degree. Anyway, they'll mention like, prayers going out to blah blah blah. But they're steering clear of it because they can't help them on the campaign trail
because they have no answers.
Yeah.
It's literally a non-starter subject. That's, I think, why Trump is staying so hard out of it. But I would urge all of our listeners that if you are a little bit curious about how the U.S. is approaching this, even if you're an international listener and just want to know kind of what we're doing, Trump has not spoken publicly, but 4 or 5 representatives in different departments within our healthcare system have gone on air January 21st. There's a 30-minute video on YouTube. I believe the title of it does start with Trump has people talk about, outbreak. So go watch that. It's very informative. It actually gives you a little bit more information than you probably have read through printed word. And it's kind of scary because they picked the 5 worst people to deliver this message because those 5 people never get in front of a camera because they only get in front of a camera when a pandemic is about to happen.
Yes.
So I watched 5 of the most nervous white middle-aged dudes ever in front of a camera try to tell us not to panic about death, but being scared because they're in front of a live
they're
camera.
Actually not scared about the virus itself. They're probably genuinely like, no, we're going to be fine, but they're like shaking and trembling because they're not used to public speaking.
They acted scared
because they're fucking nerds who were like behind a microscope all day, which nerds not in a pejorative way at all. I'm saying nerds like, good, thank you, save lives. We're nerds. It's great.
Jerry, you have not seen this, and I have. It was literally like 4 or 5 white guys who never get pulled up in front of a live press conference.
Because we don't have that. Luckily, we don't have that many epidemics or pandemics.
And they have to like walk in front of the mic and be like, so my name is Steve, and I deal with virology.
Wait, not science, Steve.
Is this just being... This is everyone. The world, right? Oh, okay.
Millions of people.
This germ isn't that bad. We're not really that scared of it.
Sir, I noticed you're pissing yourself up there. Is that potentially a side effect of the coronavirus you've been handling?
Yep. No, it was awkward. It was awkward. It was informative, and I think it's one of those few times in people's lifetimes where they can actually see something like this. I'm 41 years old. And I've never watched a press conference about a pandemic before. Not one that mattered. I saw the SARS one. It was a joke. And it was actually well done, better written, better constructed. The people talking on mic didn't look like they were about to piss themselves. I would urge everyone to watch this because it might be a historical moment.
I think people might be pissing themselves because they're I usually just am like, it's going to go away. Like when the Ebola thing was a big problem. And I was like, that because nobody has medicine over there. And the second it came over to the United States, like 3 people had, they're like, I'm fine. Like they just gave him some penicillin and like told him to go about their
Ebola
business.
went away.
Oh, that's right. when we're in like this first world country, and then suddenly people care about something and they can treat
Ebola
it.
was
But over
gone
there,
in
we're
a
like,
day.
oh my god, the whole country's fucking dying. The whole continent is at risk. And then people were like, oh, came over here. We're like, oh, just take a couple of aspirin, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But all you shit your pants for a day. It's like light food poisoning. And then, but now it's this one is like first world countries don't know how to deal with it right now, and also the movie Contagion, which I never saw, reached in the top 10 on iTunes.
Oh, the one with the monkey fucks that
No,
dude.
that's
and then he...
was it Outbreak? Was that one? Dustin Hoffman.
Ah, yeah, where the monkey fucked Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. When Dustin Hoffman fucked the monkey, and he got herpes. That's a call forward to a story we may not get to this week.
Hot monkey hurt butthole. Hot monkey butt hurt butthole. Hot monkey hot. Hot monkey good. Hot monkey good.
Yeah.
Let me count the semens.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah,
All right. I was like,
definitely.
there's definitely a million semens.
Yeah.
There's like my ass is full of semens. There's definitely a million semens.
Yeah, definitely 3 types.
Hot
of
monkey.
hepatitis.
Hot monkey.
Three
Hot
types of hepatitis.
Hot monkey burns me.
Got all 3 types of hepatitis. Definitely 3 types of hepatitis. Yeah.
We are
ABC.
going to hell.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't give a shit.
Hey, do we have any kind of music to go out on this week? By the way,
I have not been going out on music. I've been going out. Well, no, I've been going out on our theme song because we haven't had anything specific. I have a bunch of like my own random stuff kicking around, but I'm
Do you wanna
working
pick one?
as you know. I've been working on my new computer here that we've been recording on.
you
And
can't
a lot of
pick
my
one?
I could. I just a lot of my old stuff is on my old computer, so a lot of times I'm going to scramble to get the show up. But yes, if we plan on it, we can go out on something. I did want to mention one last thing about the coronavirus. Is a last minute entry to the show is that there's a gaming company who is offering free porn game called Mirror on Steam.
oh yeah, 2 Chinese citizens. who are
45,000 copies up for grabs, which may probably already. This was 24 hours ago, so probably already.
It was probably all
gone.
snapped up by like U.S. citizens.
I know,
too.
yeah, using a fucking
VPN.
Yeah, VPN to make it look like they're from China. But it was essentially being like, hey, you should stay inside, or you're forced to stay inside. Here's a game for you to whack off to. And this game called, I never heard of the game Mirror, but apparently it's an NSFW kind of hentai porn game.
I love that their
Steam.
government would do that. Like in America, they'd be like, "Well, here's a Bible.
Yeah, well, it's not.
You should probably learn it before you die."
It's not the government doing it. It's the company itself. But yes,
I'm just saying, like in America, that would be so shot down, so hard, so
yeah.
fast.
I mean, but it would be like a company would be allowed to do that. A company would be allowed to say, "Here's something for free,"
Well-
like on the PlayStation Network or something like.
Well, the
something could be like
coronavirus has hit the
Apex,
states.
Free anyway.
Everyone gets Leisure Shoot Larry.
Oh my God, Larry was so good. Oh my God, Sierra Games.
But the
same people who
government
made
has like an
fucking
updated
Space
version
Quest.
with like real women in it that you know.
Mom.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah, that's right. Incest Larry. It's
Well-
a new one.
Incest Larry.
New content.
Leisure Incest Larry.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck your mom or die.
Leisure Incest Larry. Well, incest is easy and
I was forced to fuck my mom and murder her Ed Kemper style, but at gunpoint. Thanks, government. This is great. Leisure incest Larry. Anyway, I'll find a song.
I think
to
we
go out
did
on,
okay.
Probably. I think this is fine. We actually are pretty close. We're gonna save the TikTok stuff till next time. I did want to give a quick update because what we were talking about is the rhesus macaque. I just wanted to let people know a little. We might cover it maybe next week as an
Yeah.
update. But the joke about Outbreak was pointing toward the fact that the rhesus macaque, the herpes-carrying monkey, is in a town in Florida right now. There's been spotting of them.
Don't fuck those
don't
monkeys.
Fuck those monkeys.
Don't fuck those
I
monkeys.
know they look tight and fucking sweet, and they're you're just like, oh, I can fuck that sweet underage monkey. But don't.
Don't fuck those monkeys.
This is the song we're going out on?
Don't fuck these monkeys.
This is a song I'm getting hard on.
Fuck those
said hard
monkeys. Yeah, those monkeys.
Weinstein apparently doesn't have testicles. Or it has very little. He has a deformed penis.
Ah, the ferns took him. Oh wait, that was Weinstein.
Yeah. Just like the
The ferns took him.
Where the red. Yeah. No, that's
Oh, wait, no,
that's what I'm talking about.
That
Weinstein.
Wahlberg
Yeah.
movie.
I said
about
Weinstein.
the trees.
I said Weinstein, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, the Wahlberg movie about the trees.
Oh, The Happening.
Yeah, The Happening.
The Happening.
The Happening. They took his balls. They took Weinstein's balls.
Yeah, this is where the red fern grows.
Yeah, sometimes the trees drop pollen on you that clog up your lungs and you die.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just snatch up your balls and make them cherries.
Yeah.
See that tree? Wasn't a cherry tree a minute ago.
Yeah, pop
Now
that
it is.
Pop that cherry tree.
Pop that cherry tree.
Get lost.
get lost.